down the road than I was like even yesterday. But this song, so I mentioned I started drinking again when I got back into Fort Worth, and then the next 2 years was a blur, y'all. I literally lost 2 years of my life. I don't remember too much of it. That is to say, I ended up convincing myself that I didn't need running water or electricity or those comforts, and I moved into my van, and I was playing music in different bars, typically only 2 of them that I can remember, and I'd literally play for beer money and whatever little sustenance I was living on. But this was like toward the last 8 months of my drinking, and so long story short, I got picked up on a sunny day. It was 11 o'clock or so by an officer came in because there was a noise complaint. I was in a bar parking lot playing my guitar, and typically those days I was either in 3 phases. I was either slightly buzzed, or I was drunk, and that was that good spot, or I was blackout. And I would drink to blackout. That was my purpose, really. And so I got the cop came and he said, okay, we got a noise complaint. I failed the sobriety test. I only had 1 beer that morning. It was a 40, but
But 1 beer was being.
So anyway, I got hauled in for a public intoxication, and then I was released into the street at 2 a.m. and I really was homeless at this point because I didn't have my van. They impounded it. I had kind of burned through a bunch of friends' couches at this point, and I was both ashamed to call them and to ask again to if I could sleep on their couch. I was ashamed to call them or I'd just kind of wore out my welcome. And so I just wandered around town here in Fort Worth until the sun rose, and I did that for I believe it was not more than a day and a half or 2, and I didn't really want to be homeless. I had too much pride, and so I called my mom, and my mom came pick me up from the bar that was basically my residence at the time, and she took me to her house. I didn't think I'd last a week, and during the first week of sobriety, I started writing this song, and then I think it was finished within a week or 2. The song's called Honesty, and it literally pulled me out. And this was back February 19th, 2012. No, 11. 2011 was when I took my last drink, and so 8 years ago. And so 8 years ago, I wrote this tune, and it really. Anyway, I was going to AA at the time, so you can kind of hear some of the AA in the song. But as like I said earlier, when I play it nowadays, it means something completely different than the drinking or the getting sober. It means something along the lines of, hey, are you telling the full truth? Or are you just kind of saying a convenient white half lie? Anyway, you might understand it. I'll just play the song. Sing along with me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Cool. My mind is locked up, but my body is free. I'm in full flight from reality. Born ability to tell you the truth, but not the whole truth that is. So help me God. No way around it. not the whole truth that is. So help me God, stop the voices in my head, the grinding gears between my ears, and let me listen to the whisper in my soul, and let honesty free me from fears. Fears, free me from fears. La ba da 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 da. La ba da do. La da da do. When I was in control, I was a CEO, but I had to go when the wind blowed. Born a melody to tell myself the truth, but not the whole truth that is. So help me God. And I'll never forget the sound of it all crashing down as I stood helpless and I watched it fall. Vain attempt to create the world around as if I could create, but God only makes. Stop the voices in my head, the grinding gears between my ears, and let me listen to the whisper in my soul, and let honesty free me from fears. Fears, free me from fears. La ba da 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 da. La da da do. La da da do. Stop the voices in my head, the grinding gears between my ears, and let me listen to the whisper in my soul.